I am the Highland scribe, Cheryl L. Hudson, storyteller. I am about to begin. Are you ready? I am the Highland scribe, scribe to the stones, to the winds, to the bloodlines that walk unseen. Come closer, closer still. You see, the fire's warm. But this tale tonight, this tale runs wild. You see, this tale is never told lightly, for to say the family's name is to risk drawing their fates into your own bloodlines. So sit yourself down, sit still, and dinna speak till the tale's done, for this is nae story for laughter, or restless hearts for that matter. This tale is a thread pulled from the dark hems of the old roads where the gorse grows thick and the winds remember things better forgotten. It was the year of the Great Frost, sometime in the 1700s, when even the heather cracked underfoot like bones, and the travellers had camped near the edge of the Black Craig Woods, a place where even the elders didn't like, even the ones with iron in their earrings and the mark of the hawthorn in their blood. You see, the trees were still. Some would say too still, as if they were listening. In the camp, there was a lass, maybe 15 winters old, with coal-black hair and eyes the colour of bruised storms. Folk said she was born under a blood moon, and that her mother had died silently hours after, her eyes wide, like she'd seen something no soul should ever see. The lass was called Ailsa, although some claimed that that name had been borrowed frae the sea, and no her true name. Ailsa, well, she was clever and quick, but she was proud, too proud, and when her old Aunt Morag had warned her of the woods and the voices that called, the names with no lips, she just laughed. Ghosts are for bairns and auld crones, she said, brushing ash from her skirts. Morag hissed at her and spat thrice on the ground. Dinna mock what listens, lass. The woods ken your name. Maybe better than you do. She just continued laughing. The first time she heard it, Ailsa was alone. She was gathering kindling before dusk. The light was that sort of golden grey where shadows stretch like questions. She'd bent down to pick up a dry branch when she heard it, deep among the trees. It came a whisper. Ailsa. It was soft and familiar. No like the wind, no like a man's voice, nor beast, but something old trying to sound as if it was her friend. She stood upright, eyes scanning the thorns and the trunks in front of her and behind. But she saw only stillness. That night, she said nothing. On the third day, she heard it again. But this time, it was much clearer. Ailsa. No begging, no warning, just calling. And something in her chest, well, it began to pull, tight like a thread, as if it had been tied to her ribs. It was dragging her deeper and deeper into the woods. And when her Aunt Morag saw her eyes that night, all glassy and distant. She kent what it meant. You've heard it, the old woman said. Voices like gravel. You've heard it and they've called your name. Ailsa's temper flared like kindling in oil. So what if I have? What's a whisper to me? I've nae fear o' wind and bark. Morag struck the fire iron hard upon stone, sending sparks flying between the both of them. It's nae the wind that speaks your name. You silly lassie, it's the thing that waits for the proud. It kens you. It wants you. Answer it again, and you'll be nothing but a memory. Again, Ailsa just sneered, pride in her cheeks. Maybe it's looking for something worth finding, unlike the rest of you. Sitting here hiding for the shadows. A silence fell. It was deep. Deep enough where even the fire forgot to crackle. The next morning, the camp woke to frost and the sweet sound of birdsong, but no sign of Ailsa. They searched the woods for hours, days, and they found only her cloak. It had been snagged on bramble and the fabric was torn like something had grasped it, not thorns. Morag wept without tears. She sat facing the trees, muttering charms under her breath, throwing salt and old bones into the roots of the trees. And one boy, a cousin, we were led to believe, swore that he heard her voice coming from deep inside the woods months after. Come find the lass who answered the whispers. Come find me, she'd whisper. But he never did. You see, no one would let him go near that woods alone, ever. Some winters later, when a different band of travellers had passed near Blackcraig, they found a child. Wild and ragged, with eyes like storm-covered skies, and a face that was all too familiar. She bore the same locket that Ailsa had worn, but she could not speak, not one word. Morag, God bless her, by then was nearly blind. She touched the girl's face and said only, "We're too late. It's nae her, no entirely." And that night, that girl vanished, disappeared from the camp without a trace, no sound. Only there was a thin trail of salt and soot that remained. So heed this. When you hear your name in the wild and there's no a soul to be seen, dinna answer. For the things that walk between trees, well, they ken that names are keys. And if you answer once, they will call forever. The lass who answered the whispers. And as for the girl and her kin, well, we do not speak their names, no even to write them, nor to whisper, because to say it aloud is to open a door that they closed centuries ago with blood and fire. So, sleep light and never be proud in the face of old things, because the woods, they hold things better than fear ever will. I am the Highland scribe, scribe to the stones, to the winds, to the bloodlines that walk unseen. Good night, wanderer.